was kind of an unusual signing day for us, being out of school the last couple of days, having some kids get an opportunity late. So he had to be very creative and get some people to send some videos and do things like we haven't done before. So I know he's worked hard over the last couple of days to get this ready. So thank you for that, Luke. So today is Heritage Hall's privilege to recognize 6 very talented and deserving Charger athletes.
Okay.
These athletes will span the nation from coast to coast. They represent 4 different sports, and soon all 6 of these athletes will be competing at the Division I level. So, real quick, I threw this out in November, I'm going to throw it out again. Some stats, which makes this even more impressive. So, roughly 7% of high school athletes get an opportunity to compete at the college level. Of that 7%, fewer than 2% get an opportunity to compete at the Division I level. After today, and not counting those that we hope will sign in April, that is 10 Charger athletes out of a senior class of 73 that will be playing at the Division I level. I am not very good at math, but I think it's safe to say we're definitely beating the odds. We've got great students here, but it's not just the students, it's the entire community, it's the parents, it's the coaches, it's the grandparents, it's the administrators, it's everyone that makes Heritage Hall special and allows for this to happen. Although this is just a small fraction of what Heritage Hall is about, I think it's pretty safe to say Heritage Hall is a special place. These individuals have put in the work, they've embraced the grind, and they've made many sacrifices along the way. Today is their day. It's their day to see their dreams come true. So we're going to get this thing started. You guys please help celebrate, be loud. Let's encourage you guys. First up, Hunter Boyer. Boyer, you can come on down.
I'm Hunter Boyer. I'm a two-way midfielder, and I'll be playing lacrosse at Army West Point. I was always trying out sports as a kid, or different sports. You know, I played rugby, tennis, football, baseball. You know, I was out looking for a left-handed glove at Dick's, and I saw some high school kids play lacrosse. They asked me if I wanted to try it out. So I picked up a stick, and I could never put it down afterwards.
Hunter's going Division I to the Army, West Point, to play lacrosse, and wrestling was not his first choice of sport, obviously, but he came in this year and was a big help to us when he could afford to come, when he wasn't either teaching privates in lacrosse or he wasn't training in lacrosse for his future college program. He really helped us in our workouts and was really a necessity to our team because of our low numbers right now. He was a great workout partner for a lot of my guys.
Being a part of Heritage Hall's athletic program has played a huge part in me being able to play at the next level. I wouldn't have been able to achieve, my level of athleticism without the help of my coaches, pushing me, working with me every day, day in and out. It's had a huge impact on my work ethic as well, and I've become, an overall better person and leader because of Heritage Hall.
There's two similarities, or one similarity I know of between lacrosse and wrestling, and that's both you have to be tough, and you have to have endurance, and you got to be able to fight through some controversy. And that's something Hunter does, and he's tough in the wrestling room, and I'm sure it reflects on the lacrosse field.
Military school had never been an option for me until, this year. I think, for one, West Point, as a military institution, provides, a unique opportunity that a lot of civilian colleges can't match. I think it will help develop my leadership. It will make me more meticulous, more organized in general. I love the location. That's where all my family is, New York, Philadelphia. That's where I'm from. It's a great way to sit close to home. And I feel like, especially with the sports at West Point, everyone there shares a level of brotherhood and sisterhood that, many colleges can't match.
Hunter's really showed improvement in his footwork and, and his athletic ability this year. We switched. He was at 175 at the beginning of the season, and he went up to 190 for us later in the season because we had someone else come in from the school to wrestle. And he didn't ask questions. He just did it with a good heart, and that showed a lot of character out of him. And as he went up to that bigger weight, we saw some adjustment in his wrestling and some improvement, and just some minor adjustments he made just to wrestle those bigger guys and use his power to his advantage.
Oh, huge thanks to Davis Park, one of my first teammates on the field. All played all the way back in 3rd grade and through sophomore year. Been on the field for a long time. Coach Heaton helped me develop as a player and a person. Always kept the energy on the field. Hilarious coach, and he helped me a lot with everything lacrosse. And most importantly, my mom and pop, made me who I was today. Wouldn't have been able to do it without them. My dad is still the most important coach in my life, so thank you to all of them.
Hunter, good luck at West Point, and the Chargers wish you the best.
Congratulations to everyone else signing, and all more Chargers.
I'm Bar Shuttle Jr. I'm a defender for lacrosse, and I'm signing at Queen's University of Charlotte. I started playing lacrosse when I was 5 years old. It was when I began to speak. It was hockey and lacrosse. Those were my 2 sports that I played throughout my life. Lacrosse, though, I fell in love with it after some close games, and it's just the adrenaline of that sport is not like nothing else. I got into the sport really because my sister, she played before me, and she really carved the way for my path to excel at the sport.
Barge came in to the program, and we did not know he was coming out for wrestling, and we were just so happy when he came out. We saw his big athletic body and the athlete he is, and he has improved more in the last few months than I've seen a lot of guys improve throughout a whole year. He really picks up things. He's always looking forward to learning, always asking questions, always trying to better himself in the sport. He's going to college to play lacrosse, and so his main sport is not wrestling, but he still shows up every single day like he's going to college to wrestle. So you can just tell this guy in all aspects of his life gives everything 100%.
What it meant to me to be a Charger was the ever-ending support I had from my teachers and my coaches from the other sports I played. My teachers were always supportive of when I missed for lacrosse. They were nice about figuring out work, and they really helped me excel as a student and as an athlete. And the other coaches, for example, wrestling, they really helped me excel as an athlete, and they taught me discipline throughout different sports and what that can do.
Queens, the University of Charlotte, is not only getting a great athlete, they're getting a tremendous leader. You know, he's a leader outside the wrestling room, he's a leader outside the lacrosse field, and he's a leader outside the classroom. And I just can't say enough about his leadership and his determination to better himself in athletics, and his agility and ability on and off the field.
I picked Queens University of Charlotte because when I was on the recruiting call with the coach, I could tell it was something different. He had the goal in mind of winning, and I could tell by his voice and how he spoke that he was going to win throughout the years I'm going to be there. And especially with being in a competitive conference like we are, I'm very excited to have that, be a part of that goal with the coach.
Barish wrestled a little bit when he was younger, seventh grade, I believe, and it's really impressive that he took this much time off, and he's coming into his senior year and he's had the accomplishments he's had. You can really tell the athlete he is, and the better athlete he's becoming as he gets in better shape and matures. He won 15 matches this season, which is very impressive for a guy that has not wrestled for 5 years, only has a couple years of experience. And he continues just to get better each week, and I think he's going to have a great chance at qualifying for state.
I would like to thank Joe Smith, the wrestling coach, for teaching me this new sport that I fell in love with and teaching me discipline and what I can do. I would like to thank all the Heritage Hall teachers, because without them I couldn't succeed, and their support as a student and as an athlete. I'd like to thank all my siblings, because they always supported me, even if it was through taunting. And I would like to thank my dad and my mom, especially my dad though, because I was actually going to quit lacrosse because of the sunscreen, but he kept me with it, and I really excelled at the sport because of him.
Barish, good luck at Queens. Represent the Chargers in the classroom and on the field.
Go Chargers!
So you're going to do something over here, facing us, and pushing us up.
Next up, Dominique Matthews.
Hello, my name is Dominique Matthews. I row at OKC Riversport Juniors, and I will be committing to Santa Clara University. I started rowing in the 4th and 5th grade, and I did volleyball and track for 9 years, and then Mr. Toll really pushed me my freshman and my junior year to start back rowing again. So I tried it out again, and I absolutely love it and completely fell in love with the sport.
Dominique's grit and determination to be great at whatever sport she plays is what makes her a special athlete. Her determination out there on the court, especially the volleyball court, really exemplifies what we want in an athlete. She never gives up on the ball. We had her play every single position. We had her play defense, offense. Wherever we needed her, she was willing to go.
Being a Heritage Hall Charger has really taught me to lead by example and lead on and off the court, and that translates to me leading on and off on the water at rowing, and really pushed me past my boundaries and pushed me to be a better athlete.
Santa Clara is getting a determined, competitive, and fun athlete that will make their program definitely better. Like I said before, her determination is one like no other. When she puts her mind to something, she's going to get it done.
I chose Santa Clara because it is an excellent academic school and as well as good athletically. And I'm really thankful for Coach Marjorie during the recruiting process because she really made me feel like I was at home, as well as soon as I stepped on campus, all the athletes were super warming and super nice to me, and I just completely felt like I was at home.
Dominique was our go-to person on the court. She made her teammates better, whether it was offense, defense, serve, receive. She always put her best foot forward, and I think her teammates watched her out there on the court and wanted to do the same as her. So she really was electric in getting her teammates pumped up, and it was just so fun to be able to coach her.
I would like to thank all my volleyball coaches, Coach Liza, Dana, Coach Katie, Coach Crowder, just for completely believing in me and being there and really pushing me athletically. I'd like to thank Coach Sarah and Coach Sierra for just completely being there for me with rowing and just pushing me every single day to become the best athlete that I can be. I would like to thank Mr. Toll for really pushing me to get back into rowing and to try rowing again and to really just try it out. I like to thank my parents just for being there, supporting me through everything. And I'd like to thank God for moving mountains and be able to open up the doors for me and to just giving me all that I can be able to do.
Dominique, I am so proud of you, and I'm so honored I got to coach you the last 3 years. I know you're going to be doing big things at Santa Clara. Good luck in your rowing career, and can't wait to see you soon.
Go Chargers!
I'm Cooper Cookson, linebacker at Heritage Hall, and I'm signing at Duke University. Some of my very earliest memories playing football was with my youth league in 5th grade. We played in the championship game at UCO, and it was kind of like foreshadowing of the state championship game because we won in 5th grade and we won the state championship, and it was just all so surreal. And I mean, ever since 5th grade, I found my position at linebacker and tight end and just filled the role, and I loved playing my position for the team. Being able to fill the gaps and catch touchdowns is just really electric and really brings me a lot of happiness. Especially scoring a touchdown with your brothers and getting able to celebrate in the end zone, it's awesome.
Cooper Cookson's meant a great deal to our program over these last 4 years. The stats on the field obviously show that, but the person that he is and has become over the last 4 years has meant even more. He's taken on a great leadership role in this state championship team. Not the most vocal guy, but when Cooper talked, everybody on the team listened because when he talked, it was important, and guys followed him, and that's why he was voted captain by his teammates. And then the plays he went out there and made on Friday nights. Obviously, one of the biggest plays of his career was that interception at UCO in the state championship game. They gave us a great cushion, played a huge role in us winning the game, but it's the intangibles and the little things that he did off the field that built up to that, and that's why we'll miss him, and he'll always be a Charger legend in our eyes.
Being a part of the Heritage Hall football team and winning the state championship is a phenomenal accomplishment that I'm going to carry with myself for the rest of my life. I remember coming in as a timid little freshman, 160 pounds, not really knowing what to do, just kind of carrying the waters for the team, but I really loved the camaraderie and just the locker room. I feel the motto the senior class adopted this year, Forge the Legacy, is really going to pave the way for the younger Chargers, and they're going to see the success that we made, and they're going to want to go get that.
The Duke Blue Devils are getting a great kid overall. Not just a football player, but a great student athlete. On our side, he always knew the scouting report. You could always count on Cooper to get all the guys in the right spots. Always knew his assignment. Always knew the scouting report and scripts like the back of his hand. So I can only imagine how that transformed into his 4.0 GPA over in the schoolhouse. His work ethic is fantastic, and he's obviously a great football player. One of the best pure tacklers and ball finders that I've ever coached. So the Blue Devils are definitely getting a special one in Coop.
You know, so this past summer I went to a couple camps in the Ivy Leagues, and when I was looking at my college decision, I wanted to get the best academic situation possible, and I feel that Duke, that's given. I'm going to be able to fill those shoes and get a great degree through my football ability.
Coaches voted him our team's defensive most valuable player 2 years in a row, and the special thing is that's at 2 different positions. His junior year, he led our team in tackles playing Mike linebacker, and then we asked him to make the move to a raw linebacker, which is more of an outside linebacker position. A lot of kids wouldn't have taken that on or taken that the right way, but Cooper wanted it, wanted the challenge, and he became an even better football player, showed his versatility, his speed off the edge, just his dynamic playmaking ability on the defensive side of the ball is second to none. That's why he was second team All-City player last year. He was our defensive most valuable player in the district this year. And then on the offensive side of the ball, we don't even, he doesn't get as much credit, and I probably didn't throw him the ball enough. He had one of the most sure-handed guys on our team, made the big plays when it counted. Obviously had a huge touchdown catch in the semifinal game that propelled us to victory there. He's just an overall great football player, and he set the example for our guys, and he got some accolades off the field, but not quite as many as he probably deserved, but he gets them in our book because he was that good of a football player, and I'm really excited to see what he does at Duke.
First off, I would love to thank all my amazing coaches and teammates throughout the years. None of this would be possible without them. My grandmother, KK, just about the best Chargers fan you'll ever meet. She came to every game, sat front row, and always cheered so loud for me, and was always there at my house after the games, ready to greet me with open arms and give me a big hug. My parents, I could not do this without them. I love them so much.
Another Heritage Hall Charger heading to Duke to play for the Blue Devils. It's a great time there. I know they're very excited about their future, and we're very excited about your future. So thank you from me and the coaching staff for everything you did for Heritage Hall football. Don't be a stranger. Be sure to keep us up to date on everything that's going on there. Like I said, I'm so proud of you, Coop, and couldn't be happening to a better guy, and we're so excited to see what you do out there at Duke.
Charger pride.
Next up, Ori Walker.
I'm Ori Walker, receiver and defensive back for Heritage Hall football, and I'm signing at Oklahoma State University. I first started playing football at the beginning of middle school. It was kind of just for fun sport. Baseball and basketball really had my main focus, and that's what I was focusing on at the time. I almost didn't play going into freshman year, actually, just because I was just so heavily focused on basketball in particular, but also baseball as well. And then freshman year happened. I saw myself had an opportunity to get some playing time freshman year, and fortunately it just wasn't big enough. So that really motivated me, just coming up short like that the following off season, and ended up getting in the weight room, just working hard, working my butt off, and had a breakout sophomore year where it really made me fall in love with the game. I loved everything about it. I loved catching touchdowns, loved football. I loved putting in the work and seeing the result come out of it, and that's what really just made me appreciate the game and fall in love with it. Then from then on, football has been my main priority, and the rest is history.
Ori Walker has meant a great deal to the Heritage Hall football program, not only on the field but off the field as well. His leadership was second to none, especially this year. He did a great job stepping up and becoming that leader. And really, put his teammates first and did everything that he could to help us win a state championship. Then on the field, he speaks for himself. He had over 1,000 yards receiving as a senior, only I think the 7th player in school history to achieve that. 2,100 receiving yards in his career, which I think ranks him 5th all-time in school history, right behind Sterling Shepard. So those are some pretty great accolades for Ori. And then him going up to Stillwater, I can't wait to see that. He's always wanted to be a Poke, runs in the family. He's going to do a great job in Stillwater. We're really going to miss a guy like Ori. He had a great career at Heritage Hall, played pretty much every position for us. I think he played all 4 wide receiver positions for us. On defense, he played everywhere from linebacker to star to bandit to free safety to cornerback. Those types of players are very rare. A Swiss Army knife. Can do a little bit of everything, and I'm excited to see what Stillwater and what the Pokes decide to do with him. I'm really proud of Ori's career here at Heritage Hall.
Heritage Hall football has not only helped me as a player, but it's also helped me as a person. I would not be the person I am today without Heritage Hall football. The hard work that goes into football, I mean, it's not for the faint of heart, and it's taught me work ethic. It's taught me how to go out and earn something, which I could not be more grateful for. I've also been a part of a great community with a great friends who I like to call family. I like to say that this is a family. I've also grown as a leader from being a part of Heritage Hall football, and I cannot tell you how much it has meant to me being a part of this program these last 4 years.
OSU is getting a dynamic and versatile student athlete in Ori Walker. He cares about his teammates. He cares about the success of his team more than his personal success. But he can do everything, like I said in the previous statement. I'm excited to see what the Cowboys decide to do with him. He's a physical blocker. He's a great receiver. Can make all the catches, make the vertical plays, can catch anything across the middle, not scared to go across the middle in the noise and make contested catches. And then on defense, he's a great tackler, great coverage, can do a lot of different things. So I'm very excited to see what the Pokes are going to do with him. And then off the field, he's a great student. Never had to worry about anything that, in the classroom, never in trouble with any of his teachers. And like I said, an all-around leader for us and a great example for our younger guys.
I chose Oklahoma State because I'd grown up a lifelong fan. I'd been to almost every home football game since I was in kindergarten. I've grown up around the campus. I've just loved the environment, loved the people there. Not to mention my mom also played college basketball there, and all of my cousins have gone to Oklahoma State. So Oklahoma State's always been just the place I've wanted to be and the place I've known most. And to be able to get to play football there and fulfill that lifelong dream is just a blessing.
Ori's received all kinds of accolades, from Little All City to All District, first team. And then for us, he was the Charger Pride Award winner, which to us is the most prestigious award we give out as a team. It's somebody that exemplifies Charger Pride. He cares about the school, he cares about the program, he represents himself the way you should on and off the field, and he represents Heritage Hall football in the schoolhouse, in the community, and on the field on Friday nights, and especially in Thursday night UCO, helping us bring home a state championship. He was our leader, and there was a reason why they handed him the gold ball and he got to hoist it. He's a leader and a champion, and he's going to bring a lot to Stillwater.
I want to give a big shout out to all my teammates and friends that have grown up with me. I'd also like to give a shout out to Coach Andy and Brett Bogert, along with Coach Russ and the rest of the football staff. I also want to give a shout out to Sully and Coach Nash, along with Coach Chris. All that you guys have done for me, just beyond thankful. Also want to give a shout out to Coach X, along with my family, my mom, my dad, my brother Riley. Thank all of you guys. Would not be where I am without you guys.
Ori, I'm so proud of you personally. Getting to coach you over the last several years has been a real treat. You do it the right way. You're a leader. You help your teammates out, whether they were seniors through freshmen. You did whatever you could to make sure that we got better, they got better, and left a legacy here at Heritage Hall. You all forged your legacy, and you were a major part of that. And I wish you the best of luck at OSU. I'm glad you're going to be close. We're going to be able to watch you on Saturdays. So for me and the whole staff and the whole Charger community, best of luck in Stillwater. We're so proud of you, man. Good luck.
Charger Pride.
Last but definitely not least, Sebastian
I'm Sebastian Perry, guard at Heritage Hall. I'm signing with the University of Nebraska, Omaha. My earliest memory of me playing basketball probably will be in my living room with my father and my brother, and my father would call out Miles and I's names like we were coming out for the dunk contest, and we would dunk. Then years going up, I would always have my father as my head coach in the YMCA, and I would just play and play and play, and I loved it. And we would have these wristbands, and you have to guard a certain person. I remember the first time in second grade when the wristbands got taken off, and we were finally able to play like the real AAU circuit, and it was just a great time. And growing up, I'll probably say fourth grade, really watching Russell Westbrook and Kevin Durant, and growing up and being able to go to the Thunder games, I started really to fall in love with the game. And we got a basketball goal outside of my house, and I would be out there for countless hours from fourth grade to eighth grade, just shooting. Every night I got home, I would shoot for probably like 5 hours outside on my own and work on stuff I would see on TV. And I fell in love with the game, pretty sure fourth grade. I really knew my dream was to play as a D1 athlete, but also make the NBA.
And when you think of Sebastian Perry, you think of the consummate leader, right? Seb, everything that we've done in his time here, he is 100% bought in. He's ready to be there. He's excited to be there every single day. That's just something you don't get from kids every day. Even this year, him being hurt, he is completely bought in. Another coach on our staff has ideas during games, holds kids accountable during practice. He's just everything you would want for a leader to be in a program. That's what Seb's been. We've been so fortunate to have Seb in our program and to have him, you know, on the court in the way he was able to play, but then off the court, he may have been an even bigger influence for us. Just working through his injuries and being the same kid, not losing himself during those injuries, and always being there to help his team, care for his team, and love his team.
I think the Heritage Hall basketball program has really helped me as just a man grow, but also on the court. As a man, I would say I've learned many life lessons like perseverance, brotherhood, and what it's like to have knowing somebody's going to be there for you. We've always had great coaches there. Coach Hamilton, Coach Alexander, Coach Corey, Coach Chris, and Coach Sullivan, of course, have always been there for me. And this year we got Coach Nash and Coach Kareem, and they've been wonderful. They really know what it's like to build a young man and what it's like to be respectful in this world and have manners. I would say on the court, they've all helped me with my game, most and definitely with growing my IQ of the game, but also slowing down the game and being strategic and learning that you don't always have to just rely on your athleticism or speed up the game. You can really take your time, trust in the program, trust in the sets you run, and be a team player. And that's one thing I really loved.
Omaha's getting a really special kid. You cannot say enough about Seb, who he is as a person. I think that's the biggest part of it. Not to mention who he is as a player. Seb can change the game on both ends of the court. He plays his heart out every single second. He can score the basketball, he can defend, he can play above the rim. He's an extremely gifted athlete. And all that with the fact that he's just an amazing kid. They're gonna get somebody who will be there and change their campus for the better, and somebody who will obviously help them win basketball games, but on the bigger side of things, will influence and make better people around him.
The reason I chose Nebraska Omaha was because of the coach, Coach Crutchfield. We've had a great relationship as a family, with my family, with Coach Crutchfield since I was very young. He used to be assistant coach at OU, and I'd always go to the OU team camps. But growing up, we've always built that relationship with each other, and actually he was the first coach to ever give me my first collegiate offer to East Central University my sophomore year. And I've always kept a relationship with him. And he's just somebody I really do trust with my game. Also, I love the campus, and I really do see myself succeeding there academically and planning myself for the future, prepping for that without basketball. And also, I love the whole coaching staff and athletics, and I really truly believe I can be myself there at that campus.
You know, Seb's career's been tough, right? He got to play in some big games early on, and he's had some injuries late in his career. He is one of our leading scorers. If he had not been injured a few times, he would easily be a 1,000-point scorer. His name would be all over our record books. The coolest thing about Sebastian is that with all that in mind, it has not changed how he carries himself. It has not changed who he is, and he has been one of the most amazing players you could ever hope to coach.
I want to say shout out to all my teammates, of course. Big shout out to my best friends, Kason Gibson, Kai Simpson, and Sam Hall for always being there for me and always having my back no matter what. Days that I was down, days that I was up, you guys always congratulated me and always there for me. I want to say big shout out to Cole Corley and Rashad Smith. Same way, my two closest teammates, I would say, building a brotherhood with all of you. I want to say thank you guys for always being there with me. Big shout out to all my coaches that I've had throughout the years. Coach Hamilton, Coach Chris, Coach Sullivan, Coach Nash, Coach Akeem, Coach Alexander, all of you, thank you for pushing me to get to my limits and exceeding me and helping me get to my dream, whether that was opening the gym up very early in the morning or staying after and giving me access to the gym. Thank you. Thank you for having those talks with me when I just needed somebody to talk to, and thank you all for that. I want a big shout out to Mallory Ganaway, the trainer. Thank you, Mallory, for keeping me healthy and always being in there and talking to me when I need those heart-to-heart when I'm down and just being like a second mom to me. Thank you, Mallory. And big shout out to my parents, of course, my family. Mom, thank you for being my backbone, the person I love most definitely. And you're always there giving me a big shout out, big hug. No matter what, the hard conversations, you're always there keeping me level-headed and humble. Thank you, Mom. Dad, I want to say this is something we've both been chasing after. You've always been there for me, been my guy, my coach since I was 3 years old, and you've been here putting me in the gym, making sure I'm healthy, making sure I'm eating right, making sure I'm putting in the extra work, and you're always there being my right-hand man, and this basketball thing's been ours, and we did it, man. We did it. I got my dream, and I want to say thank you. Miles, big bro, I love you with all of my heart. You've always been there, my right-hand guy, truly. I look up to you. I want to be like you. I just want to say thank you for being my cameraman, videographer, everything, man. Helping me get out there, get my film out there, and I love you, man. Thank you.
Seb, we're so proud of you, man. You're getting what you deserve. I'm so excited that Omaha stuck with you through the injury. I'm so excited that you stuck with them and were loyal to them, and I cannot wait to see what you do at the next level, man.
Charger pride.
How about one more big round of applause for our 6 signees? Congratulations. On behalf of all of Carriage Hall, thank you. You guys have made us proud. Stay focused, work hard, go to class. We expect to see big things from you in the future. Congratulations.
I'm Klein Reader, and I'm here with Ori Walker. Ori, how do you feel about OSU's facilities?
You know, I think the facilities at Oklahoma State are really nice. I've been around them a lot, actually. I've grown up around the campus, so I've seen all the facilities, and all the facilities are really, really nice. I mean, they're what you'd expect from a Power 5 D1 school. I mean, they're awesome.
And how do you feel about the Heritage team next year?
I think the Heritage team next year's got a bright future. I think they got a great road to repeat. I think that the senior leadership that they have next year, guys like Andy Bass, Rashad Smith, Jordan Harris, I think they're going to lead the way. We got all 5 linemen returning. I mean, I think we're going to be just fine.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Hi, I'm Klein Reuter, and I'm here with
Boris Edel.
How do you? Was it hard to get a lacrosse scholarship at a school that does not do lacrosse?
It was. There was a lot of adversity when it comes to going to travel lacrosse, going to like different states, because Oklahoma itself does not have much lacrosse. But through that adversity, I felt like I grew, and I met the right coaches at the right times, and that really made a big difference for me.
And at Queens, do you feel like they will increase your academic capability?
For sure, 100%. I already talked to many of the teachers there, and I have a plan coming in that I want to succeed, not just as an athlete, but also as a student, because they're mutually important, and at the end of the day, I'm going to school to be a student.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi, I'm Klein Reuter. I'm here with
Dominic Matthews.
Was it hard to get a rowing scholarship at a school that does not do rowing?
It was very easy because OKC Riversport Juniors, and they really helped me during club, even though the school doesn't have it.
And where did you find the time to do rowing?
I found the time just after school every day, 5 hours, putting in the work before and after practice, and really just putting in my hard work so I could get get my scholarship.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi, I'm Klein Reuter, and I'm here with
Cooper Cookson.
Cooper. How do you feel like Charger Iron has prepared you for Duke University?
You know, I think it's prepared me really great. We run 4x4x4s on Tuesdays and all those 110s on Mondays, and I think it really opened my lungs up and is just going to help me a lot.
And how do you feel like the Duke facilities will help increase your academic or athletic capabilities?
Really good. With the new head coach, Mike Elko, he came from A&M and he really upped all the facilities and just made them top tier, and I'm so excited to go get after it out there.
Thank you.
Thanks.
All right, I'm Landon Gasky, and I'm here with
Sebastian Perry.
And Sebastian, what would you say your favorite memory from Heritage Hall basketball is?
It'll probably be my freshman year, my very first game. Stepping onto the court, my older brother Miles. I mean, I played with him my whole life, but it was a big thing, accomplishment, put on a Heritage Hall jersey, and probably the moment on Charger Vision where we got the fast break and I passed the ball, he made a layup, the whole crowd went wild, and he said, Perry brothers on the fast break, Sebastian and Miles, 11-12, and it was a big moment for me.
It's incredible. So what would you say made you fall in love with the sport of basketball?
I would say probably fourth grade. We were fortunate enough to have season tickets to the Thunder game and sit right behind the away bench and just watch the game growing up, watching MVP Russell Westbrook and being able to watch him growing up. And I fell in love with the game because I got a basketball goal outside my front yard and I'll be out there practicing for 5 hours. And it became an obsession to see your hard work pay off when you step on the court and it works and the results show. So I'll probably say fourth grade, yeah.
All right, thank you for your time.
Thank you.